What's up YouTube, this is Fake, bringing you another deck profile, and today we're going to be showing off my Yosenju build. For those of you who don't know, that Yosenju's is more of the normal summoning anti-meta deck of choice for this format. It has been doing very well out there, it has some very nice control strategies to it, and without further ado, let's get to the profile. For the standard Yosenju lineup, we run triple Yosenju Kama 1, the returner of the deck. Triple Kama 2, the direct attacker. And triple Kama 3, when your other Yosenju monsters deal damage, your searcher. And it's very easy to get two of these guys to the field at a time, because despite the ability that they return to your hand during the end phase like spirit monsters, each one of these has the ability to normal summon an additional Yosenju monster on the field in that same turn, so very easy to swarm the field with these guys and protect them back to your hand. Next, I run triple Yosenju Sujik. The one Yosenju monster that does not have that extra normal summon ability, but the ability to boost your monster's attack power by 1,000, as well as having, Blackwing Kalut ability to boost your monster by 1,000 by just discarding it to the graveyard for damage calc. Helps you get over some pretty key and hairy scenarios. And then as the tech choice of this build, I also run two Fossil Dyna Pasipaleo. I know I'm going to be criticized for mispronouncing that one, but Fossil Dyna, you hardly do any special summoning in this deck to begin with, unless in certain situations, so why not lock down your opponent at the same time while you're mowing right through them. And with that already ends the monster count. Pretty minimal monster count. Even some of the builds don't necessarily need the Fossil Dynas in there. For your Senju build, you want to keep the monster count pretty minimum. And to the spells, you run triple Pod of Duality. Why not? Hardly do any special summoning, so its side effect really doesn't affect you too much. Triple Fire Formation Tenkis makes your Yosenjus that much more volatile and searches for everything you'll need in this deck. And for the other three, of triple MST, because you want your plays going through and you don't want your opponent's back row doing too much to you. For the two ofs, I run double Dark Hole. With the bounce back to your hand ability, you hardly have your Yosenju monsters get hit by this at all. So Dark Hole is welcomed for just clearing the board while your monsters is safely out of the way. And for a tech choice, I run double Mass Change 2. Something I don't really see anywhere in Yosenju builds, to be honest. I mainly decided this tech choice because the monster count is already at minimum. So you want to kind of keep your utility pieces to some extent on adaptability. And I figured, why not bring out that Wind Masked hero that Noseblade's been using, get some free draws, and at the very least put a 2700 attack power surprise that your opponents hardly prep for when they think about facing your Senjus. Just a really nice surprise I put in there, and it actually works out really well for the extra draw power when you get it off as well. And for the other one-os, I run one Book of Moon and one D-Fissure, because your guys bounce back to the hand, so removal cards doesn't really hurt your build that much, and it hurts everybody else. On to the traps, I run two Secret Move. The 3 end up being too cloggy, 2 is just right, and you definitely want to have at least 2 of these guys in here. Helps negates all of your other effects while your Senjus go for combo plays. Double D Prison, Protection. Double Mirror Force, your guys are off the field, your field's wide open, protection, protection. And for the one-os, I run one Torrential, one Boundless, one Compulse, one Warning, and for the same reason as D-Fissure, one Macrocosmos, because your monsters always continue to bounce back to your hand, so they really don't get hit by the removal effect too much in this build at all. And that is it for the main deck. On to the side deck. I've got the two mass change targets. to Masked Hero Divine Wind. And again, it's recognizably so why this is the least used of the Masked Heroes at this time, but for a reactive build like this, just for the quick 2700 beater and the possible draw power, and the ability to not be destroyed by Bala himself, really does help keep me in fights at least a little longer in builds that normally your Senjus have no business staying in. And for the deck-specific extra deck, I run one Lightning Chidori, a lot of wind attributes, why not? Tiger King, Beast Warriors, why not? Abyss Dweller for the Grave Lockdown, Regna Zero for the power-ups, because you don't want your other opponent's Beast Warriors, well, actually they wouldn't benefit your Beast Warriors. This is pretty much just a hate on any attack gains whatsoever. And one Gem Knight Pearl. I'm starting to put this in some Morphi extra decks just because there are a lot of builds that use cards like Fiendish Chain out there, and Pearl just gives, does not give two shits about Fiendish Chain. Your opponent tries to activate it against this card, they'll just keep on walking in for a direct attack. It's just a fun surprise move against your opponents to press for game-winning moves and make him feel helpless. And then for the general rank 4s, keep it pretty simple. Black Ship, Honor Arc, Rebellion, Emerald, Exciton, Castell, and just because there are those moments where one is not enough, I decide to use 2 Gaga Cowboys for the extra burn damage, because there are those moments where your opponent does have the stop ready for the first one and they do kill it. But if you have something waiting in your hand loaded up for the second one, your opponent's pretty much used all of their resources already 7 times out of 10, so having that second cowboy in there is really nice sucker punch late game. And with that, that is my Yosenju deck profile. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time.